What you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Build anyway. This was the central message of the 2021 São Paulo Biennial, an exhibition happening every 2 years in São Paulo, Brazil, that I had the opportunity to visit. Titled Faz escuro mas eu canto, though it's dark, still I sing, the biennial took place in a moment marked by the COVID-19 pandemic, the rising authoritarian populism around the globe, along with the ongoing environmental crisis. A catastrophic event served as the exhibition's starting point. On the night of September 2nd, 2018, a terrible fire destroyed the National Museum in Rio de Janeiro. Within hours, 90% of its historical and scientific collections were reduced to ashes. This was an irreparable loss caused by institutional neglect and budget cuts. The collection comprised, among other things, Greco-Roman and Egyptian artifacts, fossils, and minerals. The most devastating loss, though, because of its uniqueness, was the collection of Brazilian indigenous artifacts. 3 years later, items rescued from the flames of the museum stood at the entrance of the São Paulo Biennial. The first item was a meteorite. Meteorites are fragments of comets, planets, or asteroids that when entering the Earth's atmosphere reach temperatures sufficient to consume them. Tempered by its passage through the atmosphere, the meteorite emerged unscathed from the fire. The second object was an amethyst, a violet variety of quartz that, due to the fire's heat, changed into citrine, a yellow-hued quartz. The stone was the same, and yet it has changed. It survived the fire because it knew how to transform itself. The third object was a Carajá doll, the first donation made to rebuild the museum's collection. This doll substituted a similar one that was lost in the fire and was donated by Caimote Kamayura, an artist from the Carajá people. This was more than just a donation. It was a radical expression of optimism from part of a people who have been fighting against extinction since the colonial times. And it was an anti-colonial act. It was the remarcation that indigenous peoples should be the protagonists in the creation, preservation, and passing of their heritage. Through these objects, the biennial made powerful statements. Art is a tool of cultural resistance, and reconstruction is more than just restoration. It needs to be an act of critical reinvention. At a moment when policies and institutions that took decades, if not centuries to build, are being dismantled overnight, when cities are being razed by climate disaster and war, and when genocide is being sponsored and broadcast live instead of stopped and decried, art reminds us, what you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Build anyway. Thank you.